Hello, kumusta ka? And welcome to Escabeche Podcast. My name is Sam, and you're listening to episode numero labing dalawa. Today is September 30. Can you believe it? It's the end of the month, and I'm rushing these episodes. Actually, um, we're gonna talk about why I'm only doing the pod right now. I mean, the podcast right now. Okay, I have troubles or I struggle sharing my thoughts to the internet. Before, when I was younger, I would post at least once a day sa Twitter or Facebook or whatever social media that is. I would always share my thoughts. Sobra akong madaldal ganun. And mahilig talaga ako mag-share ng thoughts ko because why not, right? Pero nung tumanda ako as I grow older, parang mas naging quiet ako sa social media kasi I'm scared. Not really scared parang I just don't want to share it to the world because I feel like every day my perspectives on things change. So, for example, actually sinabi ko to sa isa kong podcast sa parang don't hate me if one day nagbago ako ng perspective. For example, sinabi ko right now na I love yogurt. I love yogurt so much. And then siguro after 5 days, I don't like yogurt. Pero dun sa podcast, sinabi ko, I love yogurt. So, people are gonna think I love yogurt. By the way, I love yogurt. So, parang, you get it. Like, every day, my perspective changes. And I feel like, yung voice ko on the internet, the pod, it's already in the internet for like, I don't know, hanggang kailan merong Spotify, hanggang kung kailan merong YouTube. Nandiyan siya sa internet and actually you can download it. I don't know. You can save it and use it against me like, oh, you used to like yogurt. But you get my point. Like people can use it against you even though you're not that person anymore. Or for example, you posted something or you tweeted something when you were younger and then kapag tumanda ka parang that's not me anymore. But yeah, I tweeted that, but I don't even remember tweeting that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I have like trouble sharing my thoughts to the world. And it's super ironic because podcast is about sharing your thoughts and sharing your stories. And I don't know, I just struggle a lot by doing that. And actually right now, I don't feel like sharing this dilemma to you guys, but I'm sharing it because I wanna practice or I wanna challenge myself to parang ma-overcome tong ganitong fear. It's not really fear na fear. Like, para lang akong, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it. Pero yun, parang, I just don't want the internet or the people in the internet to know my thoughts. Because parang feel ko, they might judge me or like make stories. Like, I mean not make stories. I mean they will make assumptions on who I am or anything related to me. And actually nobody cares. Let's be honest here. Wala namang pake. Ako, kunyari nakita ko yung post na ganito, I don't really care. Pero, I don't know. I don't really know what happened to me, but right now, I care. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but I just feel like maybe yun din yung struggle mo na parang people are gonna perceive me in a different way. You can't control other people's opinion about you and how other people think. By the way, may relation siya into art. Pero yun nga, there's just time talaga na parang I'm scared to talk about the topics that I really want to talk about. Especially in the podcast. Like, hala, kaya ko ba i-deliver yung gusto kong sabihin? Baka ma-perceive nila ng mali. Yung gusto ko lang naman sabihin ganito, tas gawa nila ng other stories. Pero at the same time, I want to talk about controversial stuff because I don't know, I have some opinions about it. And yun pa pala, and hindi ko kasi sure if ba talaga yung opinion ko sa isang bagay. Tapos I'm gonna put it in the internet for everyone. So I don't really know what to do on the pod, because sometimes I want to talk about friendships. I want to talk about beliefs. I want to talk about regrets. I mean, sobrang basic lang ng mga sinabi ko. Pero ang dami kong gustong itopic sa podcast. Pero I'm too scared to actually talk about it. Because hindi ko siya mabubura if ever that's not my opinion anymore. And, I'm a human being. I grow every day and I develop every day. And every day, nagbabago ako ng perspective. Pero yun nga, nagets niya naman yung sinasabi ko, di ba? So, yeah, that's the reason I just don't upload that much on the pod, or like super babaw ng mga topic ko, cause yun nga, I struggle on that, pero I'm working on it. I'll relate it with art lang, cause I'm an art student, as I've said in the past episode. And of course, when you're making art, you're making a story. Kunyari nag-paint ka, it's just not a painting. You have story behind it. You have a concept behind it. May samayotics yun. Nakikinig ako sa klase. Anyway, pero yun nga, may meaning lahat ng ginagawa mong art or pinoproduce mong film or whatever that is. It's supposed to have a meaning, and or it's supposed to have a story. And one of the aspects then in making art is telling your own story, telling my story. And napaisip lang ako na sabi ko, gosh, if I'll struggle sharing something on the pod, sabi ko, magsa-struggle din ako sa pag-share ko ng story ko through my art. Nagigets niyo ba? Like, kasi I, I can't even say it sa pod, or I can't even talk about it sa pod. Tapos parang feel ko nililimit ko din yung sarili ko when I'm making art. Feel ko nililimit ko yung sarili ko when I'm making art. Parang feel ko kasi, oh gosh, baka makita to nung person na, for example, kunyari lang si Olivia and Joshua. Um, si Olivia, she's making songs, right? She's writing songs about Joshua. We all know that. And siya, si Olivia, she's not scared to share it publicly. Even though wala naman siya sinasabing, si Joshua to, for Joshua to. We just know, and she's also aware that we know na it's for Joshua. So parang for me, every time, kunyari, I'm gonna do an art or a painting or or a film. For example, I'm gonna write about a story, or for example, I'm gonna write a story. I feel like, hala, baka i-relate to nung tao in my life sa kanya, even though hindi naman siya yon, or like, even though, kunyari, may bright idea ako about something. So, like, okay, I'm gonna do this in film. And what if, isipin ng tao na, ito pala yung nasa isip nito, siguro ganito to. Nagigets niyo ba ako? Like, siguro ganito to, kunyari, for example, weird na example ko, pero, kunyari, yung naiisip kong film, let's just say, the action siya, like, barilan, or like, something like that. And then, people are gonna think, oh, siguro this writer or this director is, into violence. Hindi naman literal na into violence, pero like, baka yun yung nasa isip niya, baka chaotic yung mind niya. So yun nga, feel ko diba we're all gonna do that, because we're also doing, or we are also parang conducting meanings in our minds. Pero alam mo yun, parang I feel like lagi nilang i-relate yung art dun sa artist. So for example, sino nga yun yung obsessed siya sa, not really obsessed, pero like, she loves doing polka dots on her works. She's a Japanese artist eh. Pero yun nga, meron siyang isang ginawa doon na parang, basta kinukwento niya yung meaning nung ano niya, nung art niya. Tapos like, oh gosh, as in yung mismong story niya, related dun sa art niya. So parang minsan ako, I overthink na parang, oh gosh, am I really gonna share it with the world? yung thoughts ko ba, I'm gonna share it with the world. Actually, okay, here's the thing. I want to share it with the world. Whatever that's going in my heart or in my mind, I want to talk about it. I want to make art through it because I feel like if my art or my work or my thoughts, my words could help somebody out there, maybe you're listening to this, or maybe I talked about something, does it really helped you? That's that's the reason, or like that's the purpose of life, Medj. But you know what I mean? Like, we're all here and we're supposed to help each other, we're supposed to learn from each other. And ano yun, kunyari, napanood ko sa isa parang TED Talk. For example, si Kenny Rogers. Shocks, Kenny Rogers ba? Hindi, hindi. Kunyari yung si Kenny something. Yung sa KFC. For example, he's the owner of KFC, right? And ayaw niya i-share yung recipe. For example lang. Edi wala tayong KFC ngayon if hindi niya share yung recipe niya sa mga apo niya or sa anak niya. It will never grow if you don't share it. Ano yun, kasi you're not gonna live forever. You're gonna have to pass on your knowledge to somebody. So for me, if I'm gonna pass my knowledge or if I'm gonna pass my ideas on other people, or maybe my ideas will help somebody out, that's the purpose of life. So parang, I just want to talk about it today because that's like one of the struggles I face, because I always limit myself, or I'm always too scared to risk it or just say it, because parang feel ko, mababash ako. Or not really mababash, pero like, parang, mapaperceive nila ako in a bad way. Or hindi nila magigets yung gusto ko sabihin. Pero in life, totoo, ganun lang talaga ang buhay. My gosh, guys. Even though it sucks, but ganun talaga. You can't control everybody. You can't control how they will think, or how will they perceive you, or how they will perceive your art. You can't control that. So, you know, it's okay. Share it. Maybe if you're struggling with that too, I don't know, kaya natin to. Just baby steps. Like right now, I'm sharing this even though dapat hindi ko to sabihin sa inyo, or yun yung sinasabi ng mind ko na huwag mo na i-share yan because, that's your own personal problem. Why are you sharing it to the world? Maybe share it with a friend. Pero, guys, you can share it with everybody. You can, whatever you have in your mind, whatever lesson you want to share, share it. And sometimes we're too scared, or we're too wag na lang. We have that mindset na wag na lang kasi sometimes people doesn't really listen, or it's either they don't listen to you or they perceive it differently. Actually, I believe then na people will never, grabe naman you will never, that people will not understand each other. Kahit anong mangyari pa yan. Kasi it's okay kahit hindi mo ako maintindihan. Pero just hear me out. You know what I mean? Because sometimes all we need is somebody who will listen to us. Hindi mo ako kailangan intindihin. Like, hindi mo kailangan intindihin yung mga pinagsasabi ko. I just wanna vent out. You know what I mean? Nagigets niyo ba yung point ko? Oh my gosh. So, same thing with art. It doesn't, or same thing with the stories you want to tell. It doesn't matter if maintindihan nila yung gusto mong sabihin. What matters is your sharing it, nasasabi mo, na-vent out mo yung gusto mong sabihin, or nasi-share mo yung gusto mong sabihin. Because I feel like there are people na sobrang artistic and nasa-stuck yung knowledge nila, or nasa-stuck yung ideas nila sa isip nila kasi they're too scared to share it, or they don't believe in themselves na, kaya ko tong ma-pull off. You know, sometimes we're like that. I don't know. I hope I'm making sense, guys. And, you know, I wish pwede pa natin to pag-usapan ulit. at a deeper level or like in a wider level because to be honest, minamadali ko yung pod kasi nga September 30 na and I'm supposed to upload at least once a month and I'm kinda rushing this, so we'll talk about it again maybe in the future or maybe on the next pod. I don't know, let me know. And also, maybe you're not struggling, maybe you're actually thriving in sharing yourself to the world or to other people or to your art. If you're striving in sharing your stories, please let us know and tell us, some advice. Help us, help your girl out. Anyway, actually, before I end, meron pala akong plan for the podcast, pero I don't know how I'm gonna do it pa. And to be honest, tatakot din talaga ako kasi di ko alam. Okay, so my plan for the pod is I want to make a series where I talk to strangers and I have a conversation with them. It's like a podcast, like sila yung guest ko, pero they are a stranger. I literally don't know them. And how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna go to Omegle. But here's the thing, guys. Omegle is such a scary place. So, that's the reason kung bakit medyo natatakot akong gawin siya. So, I don't really know if I'm gonna do it, pero I just want to let you guys know. Because I think it's going to be interesting because we're gonna get different perspectives from different people. But again, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it if I'm being honest. But I'm just sharing my thoughts. So anyway, I guess that's it. And super kahol na to because nagmamadali na akong masabi yung point ko. Pero I hope you got my point. And yun, I have so much things to do. But that's it. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. And I hope you enjoyed listening to this and maybe you relate or maybe not. That's okay. So, yeah, see you all next month. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.